Hey guys, what's up? It's Alec, Torelli, and we are here with a special episode of The Hand of the Day, live from the Wynn Macau. This is Xiaoyi.
Hi, Alec.
Tell them about yourself. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from China. I used to stay in US for 5 years, and now I come back to Beijing. And I'm following Alec Torelli for two years.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's in Matrix in Bay Area.
Bay Area, okay.
The game is 2, 3, 5, 10.
2, 3, 5, 10.
Yeah.
4 blinds.
Yeah. The middle position open 35.
Okay.
I'm on the button. I call.
Yep.
Big blind call. Three-way to the flop.
3 ways to the flop. All right. I like your hand. It's a pretty standard call. You're on the button. You're in position. Good hand. Okay.
Yeah, and the flop is king of clubs, 10 of spade, and 6 of spade.
Okay.
And the big blind check.
Yep.
Middle position C bet 35.
Okay. 1/3 pot.
I call.
Yep. Pretty standard. I mean, you have middle pair, backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. You're going to want to realize your equity here and call.
Yeah, and now the big blind raised to 250.
Okay.
And the middle position fold.
Yeah.
Now I think I have to call. Yeah.
Why? What are your thoughts?
I think the big blind might have like some draws.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, and I have had a turn, so I blocked some like
sets and
like
2 pairs.
and 2 pairs.
That's true.
Yeah. So.
But he could still
I'm
have.
very deep.
Yeah.
I'm very deep, and I have position on him.
Yeah.
So that's why I call.
Yeah, I could kind of get behind why you're trying to call here. You block some strong hands, that's true. You do have some backdoors, that's true. You don't want to fold out your equity. But at the same time, this is a really big raise. So you're facing a very big raise, and you do have some better hands here to choose from to call with. You can call with some spade draws. You could call with like, a 10x of spade hand, or a queen jack of spades, or ace jack of spades, ace queen of spades, 7-8 of spades, 9-8 of spades. So you have a lot of other hands to choose from to call here that you're not being exploited by folding. You also have 10s in your range, 6s in your range, king 10 suited in your range. So you could call with all those hands, a mixture of strong hands and a mixture of draws, and I think you might be able to let this one go. If you do call with a hand like backdoors, maybe have something like queen jack of clubs. So you have a straight draw to go with it and some backdoors. But I think if you do call this flop, one thing that's important is if your opponent shows weakness on the turn, you might want to try and represent spades if he checks.
Yeah.
So that could be type of that next level thinking that you could go into here if you're calling the flop.
Yeah, I can do this.
Exactly. Okay, so what happened?
I called, and the turn came 6 of club.
Okay.
So now I have backdoor flush.
Backdoor flush draw. And less likely he has quad. Less likely he has a set.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. Good card for us.
And he bet 400.
Yeah, so I might fold the flop, but at this point I would call the turn because king 6 is less likely, pocket 6s is less likely, and now we have a flush draw to go with our hand.
Yeah.
In case he does have something like king 10, we still have outs.
Yeah.
So I would call.
Yeah, I called.
Okay.
And the river comes queen of spade.
Spade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spade.
Yeah.
And he checked.
Okay.
Maybe I should shove.
Turn your hand into a bluff.
Yeah, turn my hand to a bluff.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the worst hands you can have.
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't even really have this hand, but you never get to the river with worse hands.
Yeah.
All your hands that you were floating the flop and turn with should have spades in them or be for value. And so the worst hand you could have in this spot is pretty much this one. So I think it's maybe a good candidate to turn into a bluff. The question is, what are you trying to get him to fold? But maybe he has something like a queen jack that you want him to fold, or ace queen that you want him to fold, or ace jack that you want him to fold. So we analyze this hand from a theory perspective, like what should you do on paper. But one thing that's important for the audience watching for you to keep in mind is that sometimes in these games you're playing against players that don't have the depth of understanding of the game that you have. They don't know that you can't be bluffing. So against these types of players, you might want to bluff less often, value bet more often, take a more exploitative line. I can't blame you for shoving on paper, but it's important to also know your opponent and see kind of where you're at in that spot. What did you do?
I shoved.
Great, good for you.
But he called.
Oh no!
He called and showed a king queen.
No way.
King queen offsuit.
Yeah, I think that's a bad long-term call. So now we'd love to hear from you. What would you guys have done in his spot? Leave your thoughts in a comment below. I would love to hear from you guys. Should he have folded the flop? Should he shove the river? Leave your thoughts because I always learn something new and I know the community will as well. Thank you for being on the Hand of the Day. That's it, and we'll see you guys next time from the Win Macau.